What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blueclouds Media. Another wonderful day is here with us. Wonderful news coming out here regards to Eden Hazard and some other new players that we might see them returning for Chelsea before after the international break. And as we have you on our screen, we will be talking about Chelsea legend Eden Hazard has announced his retirement from professional football at the age of 32. Belgian winger has a very glittering career, winning numerous trophies with Chelsea FC and Real Madrid, which we'll get into details. And the question is, where would you rank Eden Hazard in the Premier League legendary status? Where would you put him? And also, where would you put Eden Hazard among Chelsea greats? And meanwhile, we'll also be talking about Chelsea are set to unleash 3 players against Arsenal on Saturday afternoon. Christopher Nkunku, also Benoit Badiashile. Also, we can talk about Carney Chukwuemeka, who's training. We've seen him already. And also Armando Broja, we've also seen him retain. So we're going to look at the fixture and players that will be ready for the game after we return from international break. Looks like we have a full house today. I have what Wicks is it Wick Sauce?
Wick Sauce.
And then Jackson over here with me. You guys all know them, Lawden and Jackson. My guys, Stephen is also here with me, co-host as usual. He'll jump in when needed. Guys, welcome to the stream.
Thank you. How are you doing this? You doing good?
Thank you.
I'm doing wonderful, not too bad. It's just another day here in Michigan, United States. Those that don't know where I'm streaming from, I reside in the United States. So yeah, we're here. Where do we start from? Eden Hazard situation. He has a very, very good career. There was rumors surrounding his return to Chelsea Football Club, and other people have their own opinion on whether he should return or not. So also, if you're joining us, let me know where you're watching us from. Phantom of Benny Topic is joining us live from the Philippines, Manila, to be precise. He's already sent a message in. Thank you, Phantom, for liking the video. Phantom is happy Eden Hazard retiring from football. So I'm going to start from Stephen. Steven, how you doing?
Yeah, doing good.
Good. Your man. Yeah, I'm all right. All good. We have your friends joining us today. Weak Sauce and then Jackson over here. Also, Steven, Eden Hazard, your man have retired. You and I met. The other day we did talk about Eden Hazard, and you said he's going to retire. I did not agree with you. I thought maybe he might get another shot at Chelsea to mentor the young guys. Finally, he has retired. Can you take us through some of his great moments with Chelsea and what he's won with the football club?
By great moments, it depends. Are we talking in terms of individual moments of brilliance or things he's helped us achieve?
Things he's helped Chelsea achieve in whole.
Okay.
And what do you think that anytime you talk about Chelsea, that memory comes in your head? One thing you can talk about Eden Hazard.
One thing that comes to mind. Okay. You know what? By one thing, I'll give you one goal that comes to my mind straight away. The one against Arsenal. I think that's the one that probably comes to most people's mind straight away.
Yeah, that's my favourite. That was the
halfway line thing from Costa, just mugs off their whole team.
Okay.
In terms of what he achieved, he had 352 appearances for Chelsea, 110 goals, 92 assists, 2 Premier Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues, 1 League Cup, and 1 FA Cup. So the only thing he didn't win was the Champions League, the big ear trophy at Chelsea. He obviously went on to win it at Real Madrid, well, be part of the team, even though he was injured. But he never got that at Chelsea, which is unfortunate. But at least he got there in the end. He deserved to have at least one in his career.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you. I mean, the goal he scored against Arsenal was one of the brilliant goals I've ever seen. Solo goal, halfway line, fought his way, all the way out there to get a goal. They always tag him and they always describe Hazard as the guy with a big bone, just like Ryan Sterling. And he's a guy, small guy with that low force of gravity. It's very, very difficult to shovel in. I've seen a couple pictures and videos, those videos that they put out there. Even, what's his name? This guy from Man City, Aguero, tried to push him off and he couldn't even do it. And then Hazard was just playing around with him. So thank you very much, Stephen. Let me go to Jackson. Let me go, Mr. Jackson. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Great to have you back on the show. What does it come in your mind when you talk about Eden Hazard? What are those moments that reminds you of Eden Hazard and his achievements that you can remember for Chelsea Football Club and even the world football in the whole?
First, I think I will start with the Liverpool game. When he nutmegged for being.
Is he away?
Yeah, the cup game. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then was West Ham when he played against West Ham in the league, and also the Arsenal Europa League final. I think when he scored 2 goals to win us the Europa League. In terms of achievements, he won us 2 Premier Leagues. He won us I think he won the Footballer of the Year 2015.
I think
as well.
4 times.
I think he won it 2 times in Lille, and he won it once with us, right? Something like that.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about Player of the Year for Chelsea. I think he did that 4 times.
I think he won it 4 times.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, I think.
Yeah, 4 times is when he. Yeah, but he's always going to be like a legend for us. He's been inspirational, key part in our team. And then when he left, I think everyone was emotional, and no one's going to replace that figure in our club. So I think he was one of our major players in our team, so I'd say.
I agree with you 100%. Hazard, the kind of a player he is just like, it's very, very difficult to see players like that. Eden Hazard, Armando Diego Armando Maradona, in the world, Pele, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. These players, they hardly come by to see these players. So I don't even know if we can have a player like Eden Hazard again in our football club. When Zola left, it took forever to have a player that plays like Zola until we have Hazard. Now we'll see if we can have something like that in Cole Palmer. Let's see. The future will tell. Mr. Weak Sauce, Lord, welcome again, sir. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for
Great.
having me on. So Hazard. So the goals, my favourite goals from him is the Arsenal one, Liverpool one, and that West Ham, and also one that the guys haven't mentioned is the Spurs one.
I was going to say it.
Oh yeah, the top one in the league.
Equalizers to win Leicester the league, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
I was going. Hold on. I was going to say. I was like, why is no one mentioning the one against Tottenham Hotspur? Because that was a wicked one. It was the one that knocked Tottenham Hotspur away from winning the trophy. The Premier League trophy. So go ahead, Lord.
Yeah, definitely. We had beautiful moments with him, wonderful moments. I mean, it's obvious to say he's one of our best ever players. Amazing. Such a shame he's retired early, but I must say it's got to be something about the medical team in his country or something, because as soon as he went abroad, look what happened. It must be the oil or something. He might eat too much McDonald's or something over there. The oil in his or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's very sad he had to retire so soon.
I found it difficult to agree with what you just said, that maybe medical that really ruined his career. I don't think it's medical. If you go back into players that started playing lots of games in a very, very tender age, like Theo Walcott. Theo Walcott started in the highest level, playing lots of minutes at Arsenal when he was around 15 to 16 years old. The same thing happened to the guy that went to Real Madrid, Manchester United, Michael Owen. Wayne Rooney, 16 years old, Wayne Rooney making magic, lots of minutes. He played for Everton. He went to Manchester United game after game after game after game. Once they get to their 28 years old, you can tell these guys have finished the mileage. It's just like ordinary car or your truck. When you buy a Ferrari with 0 mileage on it and you put your leg on the gas, it takes off like you're flying a jet. After a couple of years with lots of mileage on it, when you put your leg on the gas, it doesn't take off like a motorcycle anymore. It goes slowly before it picks up. So it's the same thing with these young players. When they play in a very, very tender age, 16 years old, 15, 16, 17, 18, by 27 years old, it looks like they're already done, because the amount of knocks they get through their football career in the Premier League, it becomes very, very difficult. And also we can compare the fast pace of the Premier League and then that one of the Spanish league. It's never comparable. It's never the same. The slow, probably the body was not used to that slow tempo of game compared to what he was facing at the Premier League. So
also, you made a good point. When he was playing for us, he kept getting fouled and kicked every week. He always getting kicked. So yeah, maybe that contributed towards it as well.
It's true. The most foul player in the Premier League, and when he was even playing for Madrid, he was the most foul player in 7 games that he played for Madrid. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to say. Big up to Bobby Smokey and then Phantom of Mini Topic. I'm not sure if you guys go ahead, guys.
Do you think him being a lazy trainer had to do with anything with him affecting him mentally?
I don't think so. I don't think so because he doesn't train. I was just listening to a guy from Talksports who knows Eden Hazard very well. He doesn't go to the gym. There was a joke that the guy said online. He said they went to the gym with Eden Hazard, and I think either Olivier Giroud or someone like that. Either Giroud or someone. He mentioned one of the players that was also played with him. He said, "Hazard, this is the gym," and he likes to eat junk food too. Chips all the time. Every morning he eats chips. That's what he eats. But I don't think that has nothing to do with his performance because he doesn't play. Steven and I even talked about this a while ago. Hazard doesn't train very well during training section, but then on match day, he's much more better. I think he relied more on his ability than working so much before game time. You get what I'm saying? He relied on his ability, his talent, and what he's got. And he said something to Thierry Henry how he likes to hold on to the ball and shovel the ball. And he always wants to feel the player. Before he holds the ball, he wants to feel the player who's ever tackling him behind him. Then he knows how to control the ball. So I think he relies more on his ability and talent, more or less, than training hard all the time. All right. So if you guys have anything you want to chip into Eden Hazard, go for it. Let's talk about his achievements, trophies, the big trophies that he's won, and I can go back to if Stephen, if you're ready, you can take us through some of his achievements.
One thing I was gonna say is that basically we said it the other day, as you touched on, like I thought he was gonna retire. Like you put out to us on this stream, like there's reports, rumors that he may return. That's right. I didn't see any way he was returning. The injuries had basically ended his career. Jose said it years back. He said every game, 5-10 fouls, no protection from referees. He's so talented. He gets no protection. He just gets on with it. One day, because of this, may not have Eden Hazard. Age of 32, today he retires. Mourinho said it, man. He saw it. He said one day he's not going to play because he gets no protection. I don't think the training or lack of intensity in training that he had impacted anything. I just think it's one of those things. Some players are just generational talents. They just have talent in bucket loads. They can just flick a switch on a match day and just... It's like one of the best players you can watch. Some players just have that, whereas others have to grind to get to that level. But that was the only thing I wanted to add was that Jose basically predicted it, and that some players just flick a switch and it's another level.
I agree with you 100%. Jackson will be next, but before I get to Jackson, let me read some few comments that we have here. Phantom of Many Topics said he can mentor as an assistant coach. That's what he said. He said, guys, I'll see you off the pitch. Next time you see Eden Hazard, he'll be off the pitch. Phantom of Many Topics said, I barely remember Hazard. He left after the Sarri season. Right after we won the Europa League. Chelsea won the Europa League. Hazard left the football club. Lampard found Tammy Abraham to replace him. No. They're two complete different players, Phantom.
One was a wide player for a start.
Yeah. And you're talking about a target man or number 9 and then a winger. It's two different players. Bobby Smokey Signal said true need. Thank you very much. Bobby agree with me. And Bobby sent this out. He said our Premier League match official did not protect Hazard from the brutality that was inflicted on him consistently in games, simply because he played for Chelsea. Stephen keeps saying this all the time, and sometimes I don't agree with him. But Bobby's saying the same thing. Why do the Premier League officials and people hate Chelsea too much? I don't know why. But before we get into that, conversation, let me hear what Jackson or Mr. Weeksauce have to say. Jackson, over to you.
So what was the question?
What?
Repeat that question, please.
We're talking about Eden Hazard's what really went bad for him and his injury, and Steven even talk about it's not really his ability not to train during gym sessions and stuff like that really played that role in his ability of not being continuing with his career, like injury after injury. But it has to be him taking so much knock in the Premier League. So what's your take on that? What do you think really is a factor of Eden Hazard's career coming to an end?
I think I kind of do agree with Stephen just a little bit in terms of like what he commented about Hazard, but I just think that all his like how bad habits in terms of like dieting happened in Spain. I think that's why he wasn't really focused much on his in that sense. That's why I believe
Do you
his
think that
diet.
Hams? Do you think the oil is different over there or something? The way they cook
No,
food.
he's like he wasn't serious. He wasn't really serious when he came to Spain. Um, Constantly, I think he had like 18 injuries in like 78 games since something like that when he joined Real Madrid.
He had even surgery, two surgeries over there, and he was being told if he go through the knife again, that would have been the end of his career. If I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys remember that too.
there was he was gonna when before he left he said he could come back. He wanted to come back. There was rumors, and obviously it wasn't gonna happen because you know it wasn't gonna happen because we were in a project. Maybe it couldn't happen a couple years ago, but it wasn't gonna happen because we were in a new transition period. That's the thing.
What do you think, Mr. Weak Sauce?
Yeah, they've covered it all. Really, they've pretty much
Yeah,
summed it all up.
Yeah, add
But
some
what,
whip
what,
on it. Drop some
what,
whip on it.
what I will say, I got a question. Do you guys think he'll return like as in like a coaching role one day? Or
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he might. I don't think he's going to be made. He's going to be a coach. I think he might choose to be maybe a scout or maybe an administrator or something like that.
Ambassador, maybe.
An ambassador or something like that. Probably in this, he's too early for him to be a coach. It might not work very well. And there's another topic that is even going on right now that we can even talk about if you guys have time in regards to Wayne Rooney going back to the is it the Burnley job, which I think that is very bad. What has Wayne
Birmingham.
Rooney? What is
Birmingham.
Birmingham? Yeah. What is going on with English football? What is going on with these players, like coaches, young coaches like Lampard, Wayne Rooney, and what have they really achieved compared to those that are there that have already done it? Is it who you know? Because there is some other topic that I want to raise, but I don't want to raise that now until we're done with our topics for the day. Then we can bring that up later on. So, I don't know if you guys have any more to discuss regards to Eden Hazard's achievements and Eden Hazard as a player. And we were just talking about, Mr. Wicksauce just asked me, do we think that he's going to return as, a coach? To me, I don't think that he would return as a coach. It's too early. It might take him, if Hazard wants to be a coach, he has to wait to around maybe 40 years old, 41 years old, and then come in with a little bit of maturity. If you start too early, the players will not take you serious. It has happened many times. Thierry Henry, it has happened to him.
Lampard.
What was that again?
Lampard,
and then a whole lot of them. Gary Neville and
Gerrard.
Gary Neville and his brother Phil Neville and all those players. I don't think they have the minerals to be
Valencia.
as manager yet. That's my answer to you.
Andre Villas-Boas as well.
Andrews Villas-Boas. See, he wasn't coming in as a retired player. Then he just jumping as a coach. I didn't think Andrews Villas-Boas, AVB, they call him. I don't think he was one of the top players in his days. You get what I'm saying? Because not all of them turned out to be great coaches, although they were great players. Gattuso himself struggled. I think he struggled with either AC Milan or Napoli before he was being kicked away from there. Now he made his way up to the the French league now with, I think, Lyon. So not all good players can be great coaches. I'll say it happened so fast for Zidane because Zidane, everything was right set for him from previous manager. So when he got there, he had the players that he had almost about 80% players that were in their peak. So that consistency was right there for Zidane. Put Zidane, give Chelsea to Zidane, and he will struggle. Give Manchester United to Zidane to coach it, and Zidane will struggle. You get what I'm saying? But if you give Chelsea to Carlo Ancelotti, he will take it easy, like that. You give Chelsea, maybe Manchester United to Carlo Ancelotti, he'll handle the team like that because he had experience and he knows who to field at the moment in time. So that's what I would say. I don't know what you guys want to say in regards to, that situation. Eden Hazard's coming in as a coach. Steven Jackson.
No, I think he'll be an ambassador or something like that. A bit like what we saw Cahill do in America over preseason. Like he'll go out there with like Chelsea Foundation, do stuff with like the kids and all that sort of stuff on tours, and still whilst in the UK as well, maybe. But yeah, I don't think he'll become a coach or anything. I don't think that's something that he'll probably enjoy doing. Okay. But we'll have to see.
Great. Jackson, anything you want to say? So we can move on from the topic.
No, nothing I can say about that.
All right. So big up to you, Gunnar. Gunnar said Chelsea. Let's do a preview for the game, bro. Absolutely, I have that in mind. I think it's a little bit too early, but then I'll try and see if I can get some of the Arsenal guys behind the scene, do a recorded one and upload it before we do a live show for probably if there's going to be a preview for it. It won't be this week. It will be next week, somewhere around maybe Wednesday. Then I'll try and find some more goonies on the show. All right. So, yeah, nice to see you. He says Eden Hazard, one of the best wingers the Premier League has ever seen. What a player he was in his days. I'm sure I really, really agree with you. And if you can remember, Gunnar, that solo goal he scored. That solo goal he scored against Arsenal. That is the memory. That sticks in my head all the time. I remember Koscielny or whatever. Is it Koscielny or the Koscielny or whatever his name is? One of the players, I think.
It was Coquelin and Koscielny.
Coquelin.
It was both of them.
Yeah, they're trying to push him down, and Coquelin is very funny, man. He just shoveled him down. He threw himself on the ground. Like, what the hell are you doing? Look at this small guy. He's taking about 5 men on. 5 to 6 men on.
Didn't he do? Was it Koscielny he done twice in that move? I think.
I think it was Coquelin. It was Coquelin, the one that went to Spain.
There was one of them. He sat down twice.
He said, "Bro, why are you always slandering my club when I big up your players?"
This is one of his best moments.
It's one of my best moments. One of my best moments. You know, it's 2 moments I have. All the goals that Eden Hazard have scored, I like 2 of them. The one against Arsenal stands as number 1, and then the one against Spurs to stop Spurs from winning the Premier League trophy. You know, and then Mauricio Pochettino. So those are the 2 goals that I can always remember in my head. But I'm sorry, you know, we have to have fun sometimes, Gunnar. You know me, you know, and we know each other very well, you know. But big up to you, Gunnar. Big up to you, Kai Havertz. Thank you for buying Kai Havertz. Much love to you, brother.
Bro, we sold them Havertz for like 65 mil, and we got Nkunku for about 50 mil.
Absolutely.
No refunds.
I got a question, guys. I got a question. When's Nkunku expected to return?
Not ready, but they said he might
January, that sort of time.
Yeah, but reports that came in a while ago said he might be ready in the late October, October, which is this month.
Yeah, hopefully
late October. So, yeah. So yes. Meanwhile, we'll be talking about Chelsea are set to unleash about 5 new players against Arsenal on Saturday after we return on a return from an international break. Christopher Nkunku is one of them, and also Benoit Badiashile, Carney Chukwuemeka, and Armando Broja all are one of these players that will be returning. So huge game against Arsenal. If you guys want to talk about it, or if you guys have any other, we can talk about these players, these injured players. Steven, can you give us a rundown of the cautious news that came about what's his name, Disasi's situation yesterday?
Yeah, so he was called up to the French national team yesterday. It would have been morning.
Okay.
To replace Jules Koundé, who was injured, and then it came out that he's basically coming back to Chelsea because a precautionary thing due to an injury he picked up against Burnley on the Saturday. But what I don't get right is, surely if you're calling a player up, your first question is, are you carrying any injuries or knocks? Before I call you up and make it official, are there any injuries or knocks? Because they literally called him up, and then later that day it's, oh yeah, he's now not going to be with the squad. He's going back to Chelsea because he's got a minor knock or whatever. And also, I know that you, a few seconds ago, you mentioned Jackson as well, briefly.
Yeah.
Nicholas Jackson. He had minor surgery on his wrist, so you'd imagine they'll just tape it up like they did for the game the other day, and that he should be fine. But yeah, so he shouldn't be playing any of the international games. I wouldn't have thought he'll probably just come back and just do some training or whatever.
All right. Which Sox and Jackson? Any on these players you want to talk about? Hello, are you guys there?
You're lagging a bit, so I don't know if anyone else.
Fine for me.
Was it what? Am I still lagging?
No, not now. Now you're fine.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you guys want to react to any of these players that might return for Chelsea
Jackson
for the Arsenal game? Yeah.
I heard Reece James is coming back soon. He got the fine, and he was missing the Burnley game, I believe. And then I think he could be coming back from Arsenal. I heard Reece James. Personally, our defense is not the issue. Our only issue is the attack. So I think Nkunku will be key to building our attack. I think he'll be good for us. I think Chuks would probably be good for when he plays or when he comes off the bench, maybe. But yeah, I think the only thing I'll be looking forward to if it does happen, Nkunku coming back, if it does happen, I think he's the player I'm looking forward to come back.
Absolutely. Yeah, Reece James is part of the list, one of the players that will be returning. Also, we already seen Armando Broja and also Carney Chukwuemeka. What do you guys? Whilst we have, I haven't heard you guys' opinion on, Lord and Jackson. What do you make of Leslie Ugochukwu's performance so far with the team?
I think he's been very good for us. I was very surprised of when we bought him for like a very cheap amount. I think it was like 25 million from Rennes. Very happy with the purchase. But yeah, he's been very good so far. Solid. I think he had only like one bad game or something, but overall he had more like positives than bad. So it's good that he can. He's still young, and there's more to come from him, I believe. So he's gonna get only better and better. So I think he'll be good when he comes off the bench, and maybe he can play more of the cup games for now.
All right, big up to Blue Enforcer and Metaface Doom. Metaface, thank you very, very much for joining us here today. He said Phantom never falls to disappoint me more and more each day. Yeah, Phantom, you know Phantom already, your man. Tommy means more to him than Eden Hazard. Blue Enforcer, big up to you. James has been in full training for 2 or 3 weeks now. He should be ready. I want to see James finishing the rest of the season without any injury. I can't promise, but I want him to. Else, I'll start calling him injury-prone player. RJ should be fit to start, but to play the full 90, if not sure.
Best thing to do is ease him in, because he's come back with injury. His best thing to do is just ease him in to the team.
Niz, I have a question.
Yeah, give me one second. Hello, Niz Zion from this is coming from I123. Love you. She said, hello, Niz Zion. Sorry, I'm joining you late. I've been very busy working. Hope everyone is doing very well. Thank you very much for joining us here. Much love to you. Lord, what's the question?
I was going to say, if James cannot stay consistently fit, would you consider selling him?
What else can I do if this guy cannot, as a footballer, you're paid. Steven said, Pochettino said you're paid to train, but not to play. You get what I mean? But Reece James, if he's our captain, he is the team's captain, Chelsea FC captain, and he's not capable of fulfilling that role, then why do you keep a player who's always injured? Sell him to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Let him get fit. And sell him to Real Madrid if that would be the case. If it's not, because there's nothing you can do with injuries. Once it start coming and it keep going down and going down, the best thing is he's very young. Monitor him very well, give him some game time. Once summer window comes, Real Madrid comes in, sell him, let him go.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
Fair point.
Steven, will you do that?
It depends. What I would say is that one of the things that Poch does really well is reintegrating players back in. He doesn't typically rush them back. So we saw it with Broja. So Broja was ahead of schedule. It was meant to be about August. Then we heard he could make the tour, whether that was just to train or get some minutes, whatever. And then he didn't actually play till the back end of last month. So you can see how cautious he's been with him in terms of, at one point there was reports he could make the tour. And then obviously he stayed behind, kept doing training. So we know how cautious he is. He doesn't seem like the type of manager to rush someone back. And we got a natural fullback in Gusto now. We don't need to rush Reece back. Gusto's been playing fairly well. So there's no need to rush him back. It's not like when we have someone like Aspi there in the last couple of years, who obviously, as he got older, it was a lot harder for him to fulfill that role. So there's definitely no need to rush him back. But you don't start him against Arsenal. You don't start him the first 2-3 games back. You ease him in 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever. And then hopefully he'll be ready to start around about the Tottenham game. And you just unleash him then. I think that's probably the best approach we can have.
But I'm saying if he comes back again and he has two more injury that sets him away from the club for another, for maybe the rest of the season and maybe early next season too, will you consider selling him?
Depends. Are we talking serious injuries or are we
serious
talking
injuries? Yeah. Serious injuries, that takes him about 3-4 months.
If we're talking serious, then we have to bite the bullet and do it.
Okay. All right. So I think Lord, did that answer your question?
Yeah, very, very good. Thanks.
Yeah. To me, just like I said, if he goes down in 2-3 months off the game again, then I prefer that we have to look for one summer. If Real Madrid comes in again and they think they can take that bullet, yeah, why not? Take you're talking about 100 million, you can get 100 million from James, and you can let him go to Real Madrid. 5 new players at Arsenal is quite different. I'm not so sure what Metaface is trying to say. 5 new players.
He's saying because you're saying there's going to be 5 new players. He's saying
that will make a difference.
Quite a difference to the team, yeah.
Okay.
At least that's my understanding of what they're saying.
Okay. I mean, that it could make the difference, but also we have to remember team chemistry. Arsenal have already had that chemistry. Chelsea are now building to have that chemistry. But how can they play? I know it's early days yet, but we'll look. Time will tell. By next week, we can tell who the players are that will be filled into that. Who will be ready to play the Arsenal game, because international break, guys, international games are here. Players can get injured during the international break. So we have to pray very hard that none of our players go through any of these injuries.
We are injury FC after all.
Okay. So I think we've tackled pretty much everything. Anything else that you guys? I want to talk about this. I have Steven here. I have Jackson here, and then Wexos are here with me. Lord, you guys should know. Probably Steven know where I stand with, Cole Palmer. Is Cole Palmer going to be our new penalty taker? And if that is it, if he's going to be the new penalty taker, it means they have to play each and every game from now. Anytime Chelsea play, has to be there. What do you think, Lord and Jackson? since I haven't heard anything from you in regards to Cole Palmer. How do you see Coleman so far? And do you think that he should be our new penalty taker?
I think he's a very good player, very good talent. I think it was a smart bit of business, actually. Very smart. In terms of the penalty taker, I'm not sure we can sort of really identify it just yet. What I mean by that is he might be the penalty taker, but it doesn't mean he has to start every game, because we've got sort of a variety of players who could possibly take it. So I'm not too sure who the dedicated first choice would be. I'll give you an example. At Arsenal recently, they've been spreading it around. You got Saka taking it, Odegaard, and then Havertz took one.
No, don't say Hazard. Hazard is not one of them.
No, I said Havertz.
Sorry, Havertz is not one of them.
He doesn't count.
He took one the other day, didn't he?
No. They just gave it to him to help to boost his confidence.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It didn't work.
You're right.
It won't make a difference. It's Shai Havertz. You don't even know his best position.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'll say. We've got an abundance of talent in the attacking areas. We just need to find the right formula. And it doesn't matter who's on the pitch. We've got different penalty takers. Like Noni could take one. Palmer, if he's there. Sterling, experience. Jackson, if he's, struggling for form and confidence, he could always step up. Even Enzo can. I know he missed one, but, everybody misses, don't they? So, and we know Enzo's a good penalty taker. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I know Nkunku is one of them. Very, very good with penalties also. Yeah, Nkunku. Jackson, you want to say anything about that? The Palmer situation?
Yeah, I just think he's been very good for us. He's not had a bad game so far. A good purchase. At first, I thought I was shocked, and I was like, I was in disbelief that we, bought him and paid that money. But it seems like it paid off. Him being a penalty for now, I'm not sure who should take the penalties. We don't have like a set penalty taker, because last penalty taker was Enzo. Then we had Noni. Then we had some other players. We have to see. Who's our penalty taker. I think there's also other players that can take penalties, like Reece James, that's Noni, Nkunku, Sterling possibly. Any one of these players can take penalties, but
I wouldn't vow for Sterling to take a penalty, because I've seen him take a couple with Manchester City and he wasn't that good. He misses some of them.
Yeah. So right now we don't really have a set penalty taker, so we have to see who could be number one.
You could say that. I'll let Steven jump in. You could say that, but look at how Palmer moved forward. He took the ball to take it. It means that there has been instruction at dressing room, or maybe during training grounds, gym work, that Palmer is going to be the penalty taker in this game, because there was no discussion. When the penalty came down, he was the one that went for it. I mean, if there was nothing being structured down, you could have seen Sterling going for the ball, but then no one argued with him. No one did anything. Palmer just went for the ball and then he kicked it. So I was feeling that something has already been done behind the scene, and the distraction that this person will say. Steven?
I actually wouldn't mind us having multiple, to be honest, and we can just switch it up, because it actually would benefit us. If you have multiple, then you're at the advantage compared to the opposition, because the opposition then have to do so much more homework on so many more players of who's taken a penalty, where have they gone, all this stuff that the goalkeepers have to know in case you get a penalty. It makes it harder for them. I think one of the reasons that Palmer took it the other day is obviously him and Trafford, England, and also were both at Man City as well, so they know each other. And someone said, basically, it could have been an advantage to Palmer. If anything, it was a disadvantage to him, because obviously there's got to be more data on where he would take it, and also Trafford knowing him as well. But at the same time, I kind of see their point, because, for example, some goalkeepers might prefer to dive a certain way on penalties. Just naturally, that's where they're guessing most of the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that also played into it as well, possibly. Knowing each other, you never know.
Yeah, we got 60 minutes to end the stream. 60 minutes to end the stream. If you guys have any random topic you want to discuss, I know Wick Sauce got a lot of questions you want to ask. You can bring it on board and we can discuss it here. Jackson, if you have anything you want to talk about, Mauricio Pochettino, the team, Bully and his people, anything, the stadium right now, the stadium, I think they're done with the situation right now, but we haven't have the verdict yet, whether they're going to have that portion. If you guys have any random topic you want to discuss,
I've got a
guys,
question.
be
I've
my
got a
guest.
question. I've got a question.
Yeah,
If
sure, Troy, don't
where
let's discuss it.
where do you think we'll finish this season based on the early signs this season,
Oh,
early
gosh.
performances?
You want me to go?
Yeah.
I think Chelsea might end up fighting for the 6th and 5th position.
Okay. And I've got a second part to that question. Are you worried about the next run of games? Because we've got 7 or 8 tough games. I mean, without being pessimistic, we could see ourselves maybe 13th or 14th position by Christmas. We literally could, unless we win some of the big games. So, is the next run sort of concerning for you?
It's not really. To be honest, it's not really. Look, if I'm seeing what I saw from last season under Graham Potter, then I will be worried. But I don't see to be worried at all, because I know that the reason why I'm not that much worried is Armando Broja will give us different dimension the way we play. It's also in there. Nicholas Jackson is not that guy, that ruthless striker, the number 9 striker that we can think of. He's not that guy. He's more of like a 10, more of like a skillful winger, like Cristiano Ronaldo is. Look at the ball that was being given to him from Cole Palmer. Dude, he make like 3 different steps, 3 different moves
Yeah.
in the 6-yard box before he could score. That should tell you that he's not that killer instant.
He wasn't confident. Yeah, he wasn't confident.
No, he was. If he wasn't that confident, he wouldn't take the ball to his left and dummy back to his right and then look for the right time to kick the ball.
That's true.
A confident player does that. But you can tell that he's so full of skills. In that matter, he has to do those things before he can score. But then a typical striker like Anelka, Didier Drogba, will be right on bam when he receives it. The first touch or second touch will be bam. You get what I'm saying? So most of the strikers, you can think that's what they're gonna do. Maybe a Haaland will be looking for just the precision will be one touch bam. So when you bring Armando Broja, like I said, Jackson dropped deep too much. So most of the time you can see him carrying the ball from halfway line, running, trying to find the pass. And by the time he finds the person to pass him, he's already tired. And the pass doesn't go well. Or, he misplays the pass, or maybe whoever the pass is too late, or it doesn't go directly. So, seeing Armando Broja coming in with Jackson taking turns, I think, it gives us that much of a boost going forward. And also, we don't concede that many goals. That is what I'm happy about. Disasi, Colwell, Levi Colwell, and also Thiago Silva still playing day in and day out. I don't have that much problem with our defense. Malo Gusto has been good when he's been called upon. But the only thing he has to, how would I say, develop his crossings. His crossings are not that good compared to Reece James, and I know that you can't compare those two. But then he came in and he did a job when Reece James was absent. So I'm getting more confidence within November. I'll be very, very much happy to see the team back to issue. But because I think that by that time, middle of November, we're gonna have Nkunku coming back in. That's how I feel. So yeah, I'm a bit confident. I've been confident all along, but it's just that we couldn't score goals. I don't know what you guys want to see, Jackson and Steven.
I think it's all about being patient with the team, because there was no chemistry. We just needed a consistent
young players.
Yeah, they're all young. We just needed to figure out which combination was good, and I think we kind of sort of know who should start based on the last 2 games. It shows that we've played very we could score. We finally are like last game we were more clinical. I think like 5 shots on target and 4 goals, which is impressive. I think we ended the game against Fulham in like 20 minutes.
What?
So those kind of things, hopefully, it's positive signs for the Arsenal game. Hopefully, yeah. Now the goals are coming together, which is good. So we just need to keep doing that, and then who knows, good things will happen.
What do you think, Steven?
On the whole thing about the shots, so it's mad to think that we actually have had quite a few. If we don't look at just the shots, we just look at the big chances. We've had quite a few and we haven't been taking them, to the point that the last game was the first time this season where we haven't missed a big chance. In every other game, we've missed at least one.
Yeah.
And in fact, when I say that, there's only 2 games where we've missed one. All others, we've missed 3 in 3 games, 4 in 1, 2 in 1, and then 1 in 2, and then none in obviously the last game. So it's actually weird because we're averaging 3.13 big chances, but we're only converting on average 1 big chance per game. That needs to drastically improve.
Yeah.
That's right.
But hopefully we're starting to get a bit more clinical now and we can actually make progress up the table.
I see. I'm confident there's gonna be progress. I'm confident.
Yeah, I've seen little signs that the team is taking back a shape, and with up front is the most important thing. Sterling on top of his game. What do you guys make of Sterling so far? Before you guys we talk about Sterling, we have I think we have 9 minutes to end the stream. Exactly an hour. We all call it a day. And before we get there, I have some few comments coming from Metaface Doom. Said, does anyone think Bowley will give Gallagher a contract or try a flog him for 40 to 50 million? If you guys have any reaction on that, you can drop your own 2 cents.
He's playing better than what he used to play. I would still sell him because I don't think long term he's good enough, but he has improved his performances. He's playing a bit better right now, which is good to see. But I think long term he'll never be the right quality for Chelsea Football Club.
I agree with you and disagree a little bit. I agree when you said he has developed. He has developed so far. So if he's developed under Mauricio Pochettino, it means that he has to keep consistency and keep the way he's playing. And he can get more better if he's being developed. He can get more better because it was outstanding. It was outstanding against Burnley. But is it just Burnley? Or can he do better against any other teams, the big teams that we play against? I don't know if Steven wants to come in.
Yeah, I think personally, because Pochettino likes these kind of players that work hard and does the dirty work in the pitch. I personally, he's not my favorite player. He's the type of player I wouldn't like in my team, but he's improving. He's improved, and I can see why Pochettino likes him in the team. So, yeah, he's getting better. But I don't, in future, I'd rather see him in the bench more than starting in our starting 11. It's my opinion.
What I'm saying is, what about if he's performing much better in the future? Would you still want to keep him on the bench?
Yeah. Yes, because I think there's better players than him, like ability-wise, than him.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Steven, do you agree with Jackson?
I think so. How do I just? So we know that Poch supposedly is going to have more control, right? And we know that Poch rates Gallagher. So to me, I think he gets a new contract because I think he only has 2 and a bit years left. Which this is what they're trying to avoid. They're trying to avoid players getting into the last 1 to 2 years of their contract. So I think he'll probably get an extension based on how he's playing. And I think Poch would basically go to bat for him, so to speak, in terms of keeping him around. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. It depends. I don't think he'll be here for many more years. Let's put it that way. Maybe a couple, and then he'll be gone at most.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Stephen G. Metal Face Doom said, Phantom, you're long way from Starbucks. Probably some personal. Actually, I'm about 40 meters away from Starbucks. All right, Starbucks is very.
Phantom, what one of your million teams are you supporting today?
Can't get away from it. Okay. Sterling is
Bayern,
fine.
Dortmund, Roma, Chelsea, Fulham. Need I
Sterling's a
continue?
hero. Wow.
Bro, I'm not
All
joking.
right, Dallas Cowboys and all that players.
Yeah, but that's a different sport entirely.
Yeah. All right, so Phantom of Mini topic. Much love, bro. Much love. He's just telling it's my hero. All right, so what is next? Bayern Munich. Yeah, he said say Bayern Munich. Okay, I'm going to say it for you. Bayern Munich. Thomas Tuchel. Let me tell you his best coaches. Thomas Tuchel, Jose Mourinho, and Jurgen Klopp. Those three coaches are his best coaches. Jurgen Klopp, Thomas Tuchel, and Jose Mourinho. Phantom, am I spot on?
To be fair, he does always go on about bring Jose back.
I think Ancelotti as well, maybe.
He doesn't talk much about Ancelotti. It's all about.
He only really
Jose
talks
Mourinho.
about those three managers.
Yeah. Okay, so we have tackled all things Chelsea today, and we'll be looking forward to another program tomorrow. So, guys, much love to everyone. Much love to Wexels. He said he wants to jump on today, and he did. He did much better today. He didn't go off and come on like he's done in the past. Much love to you, Lord. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on. Jackson, too. You did much better for me today, Jackson. Good luck. Much love to you, brother. And then my co-host every day, Steven. Much love to you too, brother. Today we've closed on time, man. Much love to each and everyone that have been here. It looks like someone is having dinner over there. Much love to Metal Face Doom, Phantom of Mini Topic. I want to love you, Blue and Forza, Gunnar Vittel from the Arsenal fame. Much love to everyone. Thank you for hopping on the channel today. I want to say, Leo Desperantos, like I always say, hang on to hope. Tomorrow will be another day. Enjoy your day. It's very chilly out here and very, very cold. So when you see me dressed up with the turtleneck, because it's too cold and I want to feel this way. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.